servants around. Absalom, go ahead.
But Ammon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shemiah, David's brother, and Jonadab was a very
He's like a fucking
man.
rapist, man. He was a rapist. And he wasn't a rapist in a good way. He was a rapist in a fucking bad way, man. He wanted to sleep with his sister, man. Go ahead.
And Jonadab,
I bet that nigga back today, man. He foul, man.
Jonadab was a very subtle man. He said unto him, Why art thou being the king's son? Leave from day to day, wilt thou not tell me? And Ammon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. And Jonadab said unto him, Lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick.
Yeah, seemed like you're sick. He probably did. He probably gave himself something to be sick, man. You know? Whatever happened, he was making himself sick so he could have an opportunity to fuck his sister, man. Go ahead. He made himself physically sick. He was sick in the mind already before. Go ahead.
Will thy father come up to thee, come up to see thee, and say
I bet
unto
that
him,
nigga was having her come in front of him, having her bend over, prance around, throwing stuff on the floor.
Can you get that for me?
I bet this nigga was getting the wood, man.
I pray thee, let my
This
sister...
your fucking sister, man. Sick. Go ahead.
I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it and eat it at her hand. So Ammon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Ammon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come.
Yeah, you requested for her to come. Go ahead.
And make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand.
Let's make a couple of cakes.
Then,
So only you want to fuck her, you want her to feed you. Like that's your woman. Go ahead.
then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go down to thy brother Ammon's house and dress him meat. So Tamar went to her brother's house. He laid down, and he took flour and kneaded it, and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes.
The woman knew how to cook bacon. She literally took the flour and stuff and made the cakes. You got these bitches today, you ask them to cook some cake for them, they gonna pull out a box.
Betty Crocker.
Like Pillsbury. Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker will tell you to wait while the oven cooks it, Go ahead.
And took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Ammon said, Have out...
Yeah, because he didn't want to eat, man. He wanted to have that pussy, man. That's what he wanted. Sick bastard. Go ahead.
Have out all men from me, and they went out every man from him. And Ammon said unto Tamar...
Oh, go back.
And he took and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Ammon said, Have out all men from me. They went out every man from him.
Yeah, because it was servants. That's what I was saying. When I was saying that, there was servants around, man. He wanted the men to leave, man. Because the men knew that shit was wrong, man.
Yeah, and they would probably reported him back.
They probably would have whooped his ass. Yeah. They probably would jump right on his ass, man. Motherfucker. Go ahead.
Ammon said unto Tamar, Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thy hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber, Ammon her brother.
Yeah.
And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her and said unto her, Come lie with me, my sister. And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me.
Yeah, don't force me, don't rape me. Because I'm not going to do it willingly. Hey, she ain't going to do it willingly, man. She said, don't force me, don't rape me. Go ahead.
No such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not.
Even a woman, no, man. A woman wicked, man. Women are wicked.
He should have been cut right there. Stabbed himself to death.
Go ahead.
Do not thou this folly.
It's folly. Fuck you trying to sleep with your sister. Go ahead.
And I whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee,
Hey, these crackers, they sleep with their sisters all the time, man. You know what? No, you ever seen the movie The Hills Have Eyes?
Nah, I was too scared.
You ever seen none of them? How about Wrong Turn?
Yeah, I seen the wrong turn, yeah.
Fucking hillbillies. They deformed and shit because of incest.
Chainsaw Massacre. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right.
Go ahead.
no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. And I whither shall I
Hey,
cause?
they doing that shit to this day. Some niggas sleeping with their stepsisters and sisters, man. Go ahead.
And I whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel.
Yeah, you gonna be a fucking idiot. Go ahead.
Now therefore I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee.
Yep.
Howbeit he will not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her. And Ammon hated her.
Yeah, she was saying that the king is the one that sent me to help you with your sickness. That's why I'm here. Because I know fucking King David wouldn't agree to that shit. To that shit he was talking about. Sleeping with his sister, man. Go ahead.
And Ammon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Ammon said unto her, arise, be gone.
Yeah. Hey, we was just reading about that in a dude take a virgin and he hate her. Yeah, same thing, man, right there. And she didn't belong to nobody. She was a virgin. But he hit it. It was like, bitch, get out of here. I'm done. He fulfilled that demon. Yeah. Getting his rocks off. Go ahead.
And she said to him, there is no cause. This evil is sending me away. It's greater than the other that thou didst unto me.
Yeah, you're going to do this to me and send me away with this shit you just did to me. Go ahead.
But he will not hearken unto her. Then he called his servant that ministered unto him and said, put now this woman out from me, and brought the door after her.
Yep.
And she had a garment of divers colors upon her.
And let the door hit her. Way out. Go ahead.
For such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins' apparel. Then his servant brought her out, and brought to the door after her. After
Get out a little bit louder.
And Tamar put ashes on her head, and rent her garment of diverse colors that was on her, and laid her hand on her head, and went on crying. And Absalom, her brother, said to her, if Ammon thy brother been
She
with thee,
did that because she was raped by her fucking brother. Not because she was raped. Because a man that will rape a woman according to the law at that time, you would take the woman and then you will marry her, man. I mean, you'll have her as your wife. That's the purpose of rape right there in the Bible. A man saw a woman that he wanted that looked good as hell. She didn't have no man. She didn't have no husband. She wasn't promised to nobody. He took her, man. Or you might have he slept with the woman, and then he went to the father, gave him the shekels. You had men that did it the other way, where they asked the father for the girl, for the woman, and you give them the shekels, and you take your woman and pop the woman. Go ahead.
behold now thy peace, my sister, he is thy brother, regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother's Absalom's house.
Yep.
But when King David heard all these things, he was very wroth.
Yeah. See? Go ahead.
Absalom spake unto his brother Amon, neither good nor bad. But Absalom hated Amon because he had forced his sister Tamar.
See? Go ahead.
It came to pass after 2 full years that Absalom had sheep shearers in Baal-Shas.
How many years?
2 years. That Absalom had sheep shearers in Baal-Shas.
Plotting on his ass, man. You ain't tell me for that whole 2 years. He was plotting on his ass. He like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. He gonna pay.
Which is,
Don't tell me he didn't see him from that time.
Oh yeah,
That time
of course he saw him.
that happened to the time he gonna kill him, man. I bet he was gritting his fucking teeth. Go ahead.
which is beside Ephraim. And Absalom invited all the king's sons. And Absalom came to the king and said, Behold now.
Oh, because the king had many sons. Absalom and Ammon weren't the only sons of King David. So they were like princes. Go ahead. And he made sure he invited all of them.
And said, Behold now, thy servant have sheep shearers. Let the king, I beseech thee, and his servants go with thy servant. And the king said to Absalom, Nay, my son, let us not all now go, lest we be chargeable unto thee. And he pressed him, and howbeit will not go, but bless him. He said, Absalom, if not, I pray thee, let my brother Amon go with us. And the king said unto him, Why should he go with thee? And Absalom pressed him, that he let Amon and all his sons, and all the king's sons go with him.
Pushing them. Basically begging. Pushing the issue for him going. Go ahead.
Now Absalom had commanded his servants, saying, Mark ye now, when Amon's heart is mercy with wine, when I say unto you to smite Amon, then kill him. Fear not, have not I commanded you. Be courageous and be valiant. And the servants of Ammon did unto Ammon as Absalom had commanded. Then all the king's sons arose, and every man gave upon him his mule and fled. And it came to pass while
The
they
servants killed Ammon. Servants of Absalom. Go ahead.
And it came to pass while they were in the way, and tidings came to David, saying, Absalom hath slain the king's son, and there is not one of them left. Then the king arose and tare his garments, and they lay on earth, and all his servants stood with their clothes rent.
Yeah. And just fucking madness, man. I know David was like, what the fuck? You know? Fucking madness, man. You know? So with that, we're gonna end it. So say all praise to YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching the sincerity and love of YAHAWASHI. Till next week.
Shalom.